Oke, jadi mulai buat ini dari ke-7 seperti biasa. Hari ini lupa bikin jadwal, jadi sore lagi, seharusnya lebih bagian. Nah, tapi either way mutusin udah buat olahraga jam segini, berarti nextnya ngapain? Nextnya kita mikir gerakan gampang yang ngebangun momentum apa. Nah, itu pakai kaos kaki. Yuk kita pakai kaos kaki dulu. Udah ngambil kaos kakinya, next kita pakai. Jangan lupa ayolah, jamnya mati. Oke, mulai dengan settingan yang biasa aku suka pakai adalah 0, berapa ya, kecepatan 2, incline-nya 8, kecepatan 2. Oke. Halo Kak Ferry, Anda telah menjadi penonton setia beberapa hari ke belakang. Ini menjadi pengingat untuk Anda berolahraga. Sudahkah Anda berolahraga hari ini? Halo. Hey, what's up? It's been a long time. I'm exercising while I'm training my English speaking and articulation. Thank you. Jadi mulai aja. Okay. When she tried to assert a bit of humanity with a snappy comeback, "No, I don't do that until the third date," the doctor looked offended, as though she had let him down. What Duffy so urgently wanted in that moment was for the doctor to affirm her personhood by even a small gesture that would allow her a bit of dignity. She needed an IU moment. What she got was a cold dose of it. As Duffy was We are inevitably troubled when someone we expect to live with, for one reason or another, fails to take up their half of the secret. The result? We feel bereft, something like a baby whose mother refuses to pay attention to her. That feeling of hurt has a neural basis. Our brain registers social rejections in the very area that activates when we are hurt physically. The anterior cingulate cortex, or ACC, which is known to generate, among other things, the distressing sensations of bodily pain. Matthew Lieberman and Naomi Eisenberger, who did the study at UCLA, suggest that the ACC operates as a neural alarm system for detecting the danger of rejection and for alerting other parts of the brain to react accordingly. As such, they opine, it forms part of a social attachment system that piggybacks on the existing wiring for alerting the brain to physical harm. Rejection resonates with a primal threat, one the brain seems designed to highlight. Lieberman and Eisenberger remind us that in human prehistory, being part of a band was essential for survival. Exclusion could be a death sentence, as is still true today for infant mammals in the wild. The pain center they propose may have evolved the sensitivity to social exclusion as an alarm signal to warn of potential punishment, and presumably to prompt us to repair the threatened relationship. That idea makes sense of the very metaphors we use to indicate the sting of a rebuff, a broken heart, and hurt feelings. Okay, so I want to explain the benefit of walking backwards. First, we need to understand that when you walk backwards, the quad muscles activates a lot more. That results in two things. First, that makes walking backwards a great exercise to exercise your quads, and thus it will protect your knee, because a stronger quads, especially in the ligament around the knee. So exercising, walking backwards for knee health. And the other, because walking backwards uses more energy, it is a great cardio exercise. Okay, so to simplify, because it is good for knee health, your knee, and then it is good for cardio, because look at me, I'm just looking backward with 2 km/h, but I'm sweating. It is the equivalent of jogging, and maybe more. So for cardio and knee health, that's why I'm doing backward walking. Do you want to do backward walking? Let's do backward walking together. It is good. Coba cari ini. Nah itu salah satu yang, bukan salah satu sih, iya, dia mencetuskan backward walking lah, yang mempopulerkan. Sejarahnya dia awalnya you don't have enough time. Kenapa? Kan sama aja, hitungannya kayak olahraga biasa aja. Kan dalam penelitian itu dikatakan bahwa baiknya dalam seminggu seseorang itu melakukan aerobic exercise ya. Aerobic itu olahraga yang ketika berolahraga detak jantung itu 60-70%. Itu tuh sebanyak 270 menit per minggunya. Nah jadi ya antara ngelakuin itu dengan cara sembari olahraga, angkat beban, kan itu detak jantung juga bakal naik. Kalau nggak ya dikasihin waktu buat olahraga aerobik kayak gini, kardio. Sembari ini aja, sembari nggak tahu baca apa gitu. Jadi efektif, produktif juga. Oh oke. What's the last thing that you hear from me? So you don't have enough time. If you don't have enough time, the science says that you need to have at least 270 minutes of aerobic exercise every week. So yeah, either you exclude some of your personal time to then exercise aerobically. That translates to this cardio focused exercise, or you can also maybe do it while you're working, maybe by a standing treadmill, or maybe at the gym when you're lifting weight. It can also sometimes count as a aerobic exercise, because when you lift heavy, your heart rate also goes up. But this is a good cardio exercise, walking backward, that is, because I am able to maintain my state of cardio, that is 140 to 150 heart rate. Yeah. So either you do, yeah, any question? Is that clear enough? Okay. Oh, that is for separate occasion. For now, I only exercise. I only do aerobic exercise because it is one of the key exercise to maintaining your health. So. Yeah, as I said before, the science says so that 270 minutes of aerobic exercise every week is good for your health. I will in the future also make videos and do lives when I'm exercising my muscle and focusing on performance or hypertrophy. But for now, yeah, I just haven't done it. No other excuses. Maybe because supposedly that takes quite a lot of time. Oke, aku lanjut latihan ngomong Inggris. Suggest the physical nature of the emotional act. This equation of physical and social pain seems tacitly recognized in many. Oh iya makan Kelly. Because when I'm exercising like this, especially when I'm doing backward walking, it tends to be a bit boring. So to counter that, I read some books that is interesting to me, and I think why not? So why don't I also learn to speak English while I'm doing it? Because it is doable, as you can see, and it makes the exercise more interesting to me. So it's a win-win solution. I'm not bored anymore, and I can also learn English, and I also get some exercise in. Because it is fun reading this book. Oke, lanjut. This equation of physical and social pain seems tacitly recognized in many different languages around the world. The words that describe social pain all borrow from the lexicon of physical truth, of physical hurts. Because it is not my main priority for now. I'm not training to run in a marathon or that kind of stuff. So I'm only exercising mainly for health reason. So it is easier for me to be consistent when the access is easier. When you run outside, there will be times when maybe you're a bit sick and you cannot stand against the wind, and maybe it rains outside, so there's more obstacle and hurdle when you want to exercise by running outside. But when I'm exercising by doing it indoor and also using the treadmill, there's no side obstacle. So yeah, I can be more consistent. Maybe if I want to enjoy the view outside, I will run outside. Or maybe if I want to train for a marathon, I will run outside. But for now, it is easier for me to be consistent by doing workout at home. If you don't have treadmill, then you can run outside. I'm just saying that earlier because I have a treadmill, but you can also build habit for running outside. It depends on what you want to target. If you want to target the knee, you can also walk backward outdoor. If you want to increase the weight, you can do so, walk backward while you're dragging a wheel, a tire. But if you want to do cardio, then jogging and running is a good option too. If you want to focus on other stuff, well, it depends. So it depends on what your goal is. Cardio, knee health, aesthetic for your muscle, or whatever is your goal. Well, the first target will be to find an exercise that you actually enjoy, and you can be consistent, because exercise needs to be consistent. You cannot just do it one time and then stop for a whole month or a whole week. It needs to be consistent. So maybe you can play some badminton for cardio, or maybe you can just like run outside. There is this hormone called serotonin that makes you I forgot if it's serotonin or endorphin, but when you exercise, these hormones are released and you feel elated, you feel happy, and that can be a good feeling. So you can aim for that, so you can enjoy exercising and getting those hormones being released. So I would suggest to start some light jogging, alternating between walking backward and jogging. You see, it doesn't have to be treadmill. You don't have to lean back, because you can also stand upright and then walk backward. And then when you want to make it faster, say I make it a bit faster, I can just push it a lot more, you know. So an option for you would be to jog outside for 1 minute and then jog backward for 1 minute. Do it alternately for 30 minutes each day, every day. You can do so while you hear some music. So to summarize, try jog forward for 1 minute and then jog backward for 1 minute. Do it alternately for 30 minutes and then do it every day. That's your aerobic exercise. The level or the intensity that you aim for is you're slightly huffing and puffing, so you cannot speak full sentences, but you're not completely out of breath. There is the description for aerobic level of exercise. Not too intense, but not too casual. You are slightly out of breath and you cannot say any full sentences. Aim for that level of intensity and do it with kaanas. It might be fun. It might be more fun. After that, maybe you can go to the gym to build some muscle. Most people usually likes their body being more aesthetically pleasing. Who is Kak Anas? Oh, in an alternate universe, Kak Anas is your girlfriend. But maybe in this universe, she is not your girlfriend. Hi, get out. Sudah, hari ini ya ospek ya? Bukan deng. Apa ya? Bukan ya? 28 ya? Kamis ya? Okay, I will continue with my training of English speaking and articulation. Tellingly, a monkey infant whose ACC is damaged will fail to cry in distress. Nah ini tandanya itu tadi, tandanya aerobik. Sedikit terengah-engah, jadi nggak bisa ngomong full, tapi masih bisa ngomong. Jadi ya itu yang harus diincar kalau misalkan targetnya adalah aerobik. Kalau buat baru mulai nggak apa-apa, cuman 210 menit aja tiap minggu. Berarti kan 30 menit tiap hari selama seminggu kan 3 kali 7 kan. Tapi kalau misalkan mau lebih lama, ya berarti nanti ada beberapa hari yang sejam gitu. Will fail to cry. Oh ya, ini juga cara latihan buat ngomongnya juga spesifik. Jadi sedikit dilebih-lebihkan. Ngomongnya beneran kayak ngomong banget, mulutnya digerakin banget. Juga ngomongnya sedikit diberatin, jadi kayak di Britishin gitu loh. Jadi kayak bottle of water. Yes. Itu katanya mah buat ngebantu artikulasi. Jadi gitu aku ngelakuinnya. Likewise, a monkey mother whose ACC has lesions no longer responds to the cries of a distressed infant by gathering it close for protection. In humans, when a mother hears her baby cry, her ACC lights up with activity until she responds. Our ancient need to maintain connection may explain why tears and laughter share proximity in the brainstem, the oldest part of the brain. Laughing and crying come spontaneously in primal moments of social connection, births and deaths, weddings and long-deferred reunions. Distress at separation and joy at bonding both bespeak the primal power of connection. When our need for closeness goes unmet, emotional disorders can result. Psychologists have coined the term social depression for the particular unhappiness caused by troubled, threatened relationships. Social rejection, or fearing it, is one of the most common cause of anxiety. Feelings of inclusion depend not so much on having frequent social contacts or numerous relationships as on how accepted we feel, even in just a few key relationships. Small wonder that we have a hand-wired system that is alert to the threat of abandonment, separation, or rejection. These were once actual threats to life itself, though they are only symbolically so for today. Still, when we hope to be a you, being treated like an it, as though we do not matter, carries a particularly harsh sting. Empathy or projection. A psychoanalyst recounting his first meeting with a new patient recalled feeling subtly nervous. I vaguely recognized it as one of the many versions of anxiety to which I am susceptible. What exactly had made him so nervous? Scanning his patient while listening attentively, he realized that the most unsettling detail was that the patient was wearing pants that were crisply creased and wrinkle-free. His patient, as he wryly put it, looked like the main Eddie Bauer Catholic entry, and I was the addendum on the back page that stated that all sizes and seconds were available on inquiry. The analyst felt so unnerved that he leaned forward in his chair, never breaking eye contact, to pull down the cuffs of his own totally wrinkled chinos. Later, the patient mentioned a powerful memory of his mother's expression of stern and silent disapproval that rang a bell with the analyst, who himself recalled repeated exhortations by his own mother to wear pressed slacks. The psychoanalyst cited that moment to exemplify the crucial role in therapy of finely attuned empathy. Those moments, as he put it, when the therapist feels on target with the patient, accurately sensing what feelings are rolling through the patient. Unfortunately, part of what the analyst feels comes from his own emotional baggage, a projection of his own inner reality onto that of the patient. Projection ignores the other person's inner reality. When we are projecting, we assume the other feels and thinks as we do. Semenit lagi. This tendency was noted long ago by the 18th century philosopher David Hume, who observed a remarkable inclination in human nature to bestow on other people the same emotions we observe in ourselves, and to find everywhere those ideas which are most present to us in our own minds. In full-fledged projection, though, we simply map our world onto someone else with no fit or attunement whatsoever. People who are self-absorbed, lost in their own inner world, have little choice but to project that sensibility onto whomever they perceive. Some argue that the every act of empathy entails a subtle sort of projection, that tuning in to someone else triggers in ourselves feelings and thoughts that we can readily, though mistakenly, attribute to them. Oke. Sudah 30 menit. Kita lanjut besok lagi. Hari ya gampang kan, awalnya cuman pakai kaos kaki, keterusan 30 menit. Begitu caranya. Secara teori mah kita coba terus sampai gagal. Kalau gagal, kita pikirin lagi cara lain. Anjay. Oke, distance sekilo. Udah aja. Oke, refleksi buat hari ke-7. Jadi pertamanya mulai udah jam 6 tadi, terus mikirnya mau mulai dengan ambil kaos kaki dulu aja. Tapi hari ini aku lupa ngejadwal, jadi seharusnya mungkin olahraganya itu jam 4 atau jam setengah 5. Tapi tadi baru mulai jam setengah 6. Jadi besok kita bikin notifikasi dan bikin jadwal supaya training jam setengah 5 mulai. Dan kita langsung mikir, oh ya, apa langkah kecil yang dan ngebangun momentum yang kita bisa lakuin, yaitu ambil kaos kaki. Nah, tapi ya tadi pokoknya udah ambil kaos kaki, terus mulai treadmill dan berhasil lakuin lagi selama 30 menit. Tapi kebetulan hari ini aku nggak lagi pakai gelang buat ngukur detak jantung, jadi nggak tahu mencapai zona aerobiknya berapa lama. Tapi lumayan deres keringetnya, dan secara fisik tadi lumayan oke, konsisten di 20 km per jam dengan incline 15 derajat. Jadi ya besok kurang lebih bakal mulai situ. Tapi besok semoga sudah ada jadwal dan kita lebih Lebih pagi olahraganya. See you in day 8. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.